You can scrub every single room tonight and still wake up tomorrow morning feeling like nothing ever changed at all. That is not because some giant mess magically appeared overnight while you were finally sleeping peacefully inside your own bed. It is because dozens of tiny traces quietly traveled away from the exact spot where each one first began again. Dust drifted through hallways, water dried onto counters, and objects landed wherever felt fastest, closest, and easiest at the time. Every single unfinished task silently created another waiting task somewhere else deep inside your already busy home, one step forward. That is exactly why you can clean for hours straight and still feel like the house is somehow winning again. You are not lazy, and you were never actually the real problem hiding inside this exhausting daily cycle once more. Your home is simply missing small stopping points that catch a growing mess before it can spread any further today. Today, I want to walk you slowly through 9 simple habits that quietly change absolutely everything about your home daily. These habits never ask you to clean more often or spend your entire precious weekend endlessly scrubbing floors each time. Instead, they quietly stop dirt, clutter, and unfinished tasks before they ever even get the chance to spread over time. A home that is truly lived in will always have cups being set down and towels constantly being used somewhere. The goal was never to erase every single sign that real people actually live and breathe inside this home now. The real goal is simply keeping those small signs from spreading into 3 or 4 completely different rooms right now. The farther dust silently travels, the longer water sits untouched, and the more times objects get picked up again, eventually. A tiny problem sitting in one corner can quietly multiply into visible work spread across your entire living space, quietly. You do not need more discipline, you simply need a much shorter distance between a task appearing and finishing, truly. Think of every single habit here as a stopping point that keeps a mess from traveling any further inside still. Habit number 1 begins right at your front door, the exact place where the outside world meets your home already. In many quiet homes across Japan, the entryway acts as a calm border between the outside world and you, forever. Shoes stop there, and so does the dirt, sand, and rainwater still clinging quietly to their worn soles, for good. The real lesson is not simply removing your shoes, but making that single action feel completely effortless every single time. When shoes finally have an obvious place to land, nobody wanders through the house holding them awkwardly anymore, at last. So many families try a strict no shoes rule and quietly abandon it again within just a few short weeks. The tray sits too far away, the cabinet feels heavy, and wet umbrellas keep soaking the floor near the door. A wonderful habit can fail almost instantly the moment the correct action becomes even slightly inconvenient to actually do somehow. You do not need an elaborate entryway, just a simple mat, a small tray, and one clear boundary line, instantly. Ask yourself honestly, what always starts right at your door, yet somehow ends up messing another room entirely, for real? Maybe it is mud, dripping umbrellas, or grocery bags dumped straight onto your tired living room floor again. No matter. Pick one thing that keeps quietly spreading and build a small stopping point for it starting this very week, completely. Habit number 2 means dividing your home into clearly separated zones that quietly remove countless small daily decisions each day. Bathroom slippers are one familiar example, keeping anything used near the toilet safely away from the rest, bit by bit. You do not need actual slippers, but you absolutely need firm boundaries between spaces that should always stay separate. Gently. A kitchen towel should never quietly double as a bathroom cloth, no matter how convenient that feels in the moment. You do not need dozens of complicated rules, only a small handful of boundaries that truly matter here, today, gradually. A different colored hook or one small designated basket can instantly remove an entire daily decision from your mind, steadily. When people instantly know exactly where something belongs, they never have to pause, think, and wonder anymore each time, finally. Clear zones quietly stop objects from wandering through every single room inside your already busy and tired home, every time. But even with strong boundaries in place, a home can still clutter when things lack a truly natural ending point. That brings us straight into habit number 3, giving every single object a real and lasting ending point right away. A storage spot is simply where you think something should live, while an ending point matches how you actually live. You might own a beautiful drawer reserved for keys that sits far from the door where you actually enter constantly. So your kitchen countertop quietly becomes the real home for keys instead of that beautiful drawer sitting upstairs unused, naturally. This explains why homes filled with baskets, drawers, and cabinets can still somehow feel completely disorganized every single day, genuinely. Pay close attention to wherever an object keeps quietly landing, because that exact location is telling you something important, slowly. It usually means the current system demands far too many steps for something this genuinely small and simple and beyond. Think about clothes worn once but not quite dirty enough yet to toss into the crowded laundry basket, and more. The closet holds clean clothes, the basket holds dirty ones, but the room offers nothing for that in-between stage. So a nearby chair quietly becomes the unofficial home for clothes stuck somewhere between truly clean and truly dirty, easily. A simple hook or an open shelf solves this instantly, far better than another gentle reminder ever really could, quickly. A good ending point always sits close by, stays clearly visible, and needs only one simple motion to use, simply. When returning something takes two heavy doors, a lifted box, and perfect placement, people eventually stop bothering entirely with it. Choose one object that always ends up somewhere wrong and honestly ask yourself where it is actually used most, surely. Then ask what tiny change would finally let you return it there using just one quick, simple motion, and again. When ending points finally work well, countertops stop becoming waiting rooms for things that never had a real home, honestly. But no clever storage system can ever succeed when a space holds far too many unnecessary possessions crammed inside, clearly. Habit number 4 simply asks you to view every single object as a small, ongoing daily responsibility over and over. We usually keep things while imagining some future moment when they might suddenly become useful again somehow, later, as always. But every object also demands real space, collects quiet dust, and slowly blocks things you actually use every single day. This does not mean becoming a strict minimalist or throwing away everything that still carries real personal meaning to you. A calmer home can still proudly hold books, hobbies, and objects that genuinely bring you real daily joy once more. Instead of asking, could I live with this? Honestly ask whether this object truly earns its current valuable space fully. Start with just one surface you always have to clear before you can even properly use it again each time. Pick 3 objects sitting there right now and honestly question whether each one still deserves that valuable spot today, again. This is not some exhausting weekend decluttering project, just a small daily habit built to remove ongoing friction over time. Fewer objects on a counter means much faster wiping. And fewer things crammed in drawers means far easier searching later. You're not only removing clutter here, you are quietly removing steps before the real cleaning even truly begins today. Habit number 5 simply means finishing one small task completely before you fully leave a room behind you right now. Not every quick little task needs your instant attention, especially when you feel tired, busy, or simply need to rest. A single cup sitting quietly on the table is never truly an emergency genuinely worth panicking over right now, daily. The real problem always starts when small tasks never receive any clear moment to actually finish and truly end now. A cup, an empty wrapper, or a hanging towel each quietly represent one unfinished decision patiently waiting for you eventually. By nightfall, your tired home does not only hold objects, it also quietly holds tasks still waiting patiently for you. Instead of trying to finish everything instantly, choose a few natural moments that already exist inside your day for good. Take your cup to the sink before you finally leave the kitchen for the very last time today, at last. Hang your damp towel the moment right before you actually step outside the bathroom door completely and fully for real. Saying you will handle it later almost never works, because later never truly comes with a real fixed deadline quietly. But standing up from your desk or brushing your teeth are clear, reliable signals you already repeat daily no matter. Wipe one watermark, carry one cup, or return 5 objects before you finally leave any single room today truly. When perfection becomes the daily standard, one exhausting day leaves you feeling completely unwilling to even start again each day. But when the rule stays genuinely simple, most future problems quietly disappear long before they even begin forming again still. Keep the tool for that specific task close by, because distance alone is what quietly kills these small habits already. A cloth kept near the sink actually gets used, while one stored across the house gets forgotten instantly, forever. Habit number 6 creates a clear, simple exit path for trash, right where that trash actually first appears every time. Across many quiet parts of Japan, waste follows careful sorting habits and strict, well-organized weekly collection schedules right away. The deeper lesson is that trash should never sit around waiting for some random, convenient future moment and beyond. So often, the real problem quietly starts long before any bag inside your home ever becomes completely full and more. You open a package and leave the wrapper sitting right there, because recycling waits far away in another room somehow. You swap the toilet paper roll, but leave the empty cardboard tube resting quietly right beside the sink, and again. These tiny leftover items occupy space and force your hands to touch them again later for absolutely no reason, instantly. Ask yourself what kind of waste keeps appearing in each space and why it never truly leaves quickly, as always. Near your packages, keep a dedicated spot for flattening boxes the very moment they get opened and emptied once more. In your bathroom, one small bin keeps wrappers and cardboard tubes from resting endlessly on the crowded sink each time. The best container always matches both the type of trash and how often you actually take it outside over time. Too small and it overflows constantly. Too large and waste quietly lingers indoors for far too long instead, right now. Use trips you are already taking, carrying office recycling downstairs whenever you naturally happen to head there anyway for good. You're not adding extra work here, just letting an already existing trip finish one small extra job at last. Do not overcomplicate your entire system with categories nobody besides you will ever remember or actually follow correctly for real. When trash finally has a clear, obvious exit, counters stop acting like waiting rooms for forgotten garbage bags no matter. Habit number 7 means cleaning at the exact same height where the actual visible problem truly lives day after day. Most of the time, we view a room while standing tall, and everything usually looks reasonably clean and fine, completely. But crouch down low, and suddenly you notice dust lines, crumbs, and small objects pushed deep into forgotten corners gently. These things never appeared suddenly overnight, they simply stayed hidden outside your normal, everyday standing field of vision each day. Wiping a floor while staying close to it reveals problems your standing eyes always somehow manage to miss completely, gradually. You do not need to scrub your entire home by hand every single week for the rest of forever, steadily. Instead, pick just one overlooked area weekly, maybe beneath a cabinet or quietly behind a heavy closed door every time. The same idea applies well above eye level, too, where dust silently gathers unnoticed for many quiet weeks right away. Change your usual viewing angle sometimes, crouching low and glancing upward toward higher, often completely forgotten hidden surfaces and beyond. The goal is never to criticize yourself harshly, only to notice where mess keeps quietly and steadily collecting instead, finally. When you truly understand why a problem keeps returning, you can finally build a smarter, more lasting, real solution constantly. If crumbs always gather on one particular side, simply give that spot a quick sweep after every dinner and more. Clear, specific tasks let other people genuinely help without needing constant reminders from just one exhausted, tired person, and again. Habit number 8 means resetting the bathroom the very moment traces appear, while everything still remains genuinely fresh, as always. Most people only clean once the bathroom already looks visibly dirty, and by then the task quietly multiplies fast, naturally. A far more practical approach instead handles small traces immediately, rather than letting them slowly accumulate together over time, genuinely. This does not mean scrubbing daily. Your bathroom never truly needs to look completely untouched or brand new either, slowly. Simply wipe away one drop of water or pick up loose hair before it settles deep into a corner easily. Replace the empty roll and toss the used tube immediately instead of leaving it resting beside the sink, again, quickly. Fresh marks wipe away easily and quickly, while dried marks demand real scrubbing and much more tiring effort later, simply. Keep a cloth within easy reach, because distance quietly decides whether this simple 30-second habit even truly happens, surely. If your cloth sits far away in a downstairs cabinet, this quick task instantly becomes an annoying, multi-step chore. You only need a small, minimal setup that genuinely fits your actual space and your busy daily routine perfectly, honestly. Never mix bathroom cloths with kitchen cloths, and always store cleaning products safely away from children or curious pets, clearly. Connect this small habit to something that already happens daily, like replacing paper or simply washing your hands once more. The final person using the bathroom at night can quickly glance at both the toilet seat and floor each time. Bathrooms grow genuinely difficult, not from one sudden dramatic stain, but from small traces drying and slowly attaching themselves fully. Habit number 9 means finishing the entire bathroom cycle completely, not just simply turning off the running water over time. After a shower, we usually assume the task ends once water stops, yet the room quietly disagrees completely with us. Water still covers the floor, a damp towel hangs there, and loose hair still sits near the drain right now. None of this makes the room dirty instantly, it simply adds quiet friction to your very next cleaning session, again. The larger lesson here is that a task truly ends once the space is genuinely ready for someone else today. Your entire cycle might involve only 3 quick actions performed right after every single shower or evening bath for good. Clear the hair from the drain, hang your towel up properly, and wipe away any obvious standing water nearby daily. If water always pools beside your tub, simply keep a squeegee or spare cloth close by permanently for this now. If towels always land on the floor instead, check whether that hook sits too far away from you at last. Behavior often quietly reflects the room's actual design, not some person's personal laziness or genuine lack of care for real. A system also fails quietly the moment only one person remembers where absolutely everything in the home truly belongs, eventually. Turn vague requests into specific actions instead, like hang your towel and check the floor before you leave, no matter. Everyone deserves to know exactly where their own small responsibility begins and precisely where it fully, completely ends each day. When each task stays small and genuinely specific, nobody needs to become the household's entire tired memory system alone quietly. A clean home was never truly about staying spotless every single hour from early morning until very late night, truly. What truly matters most is how quickly your home can return to a calm and genuinely stable condition again, still. All 9 habits simply shorten the distance a mess can quietly travel before anyone in the house even notices already. They stop dirt right at the door, keep tools close by, finish tasks early, and prepare rooms for tomorrow forever. Every single habit feels small and quiet alone, yet together they quietly transform how your entire home truly feels somehow. Your house may still look genuinely messy after a rushed and exhausting morning spent rushing around with your family instantly. That does not mean the whole system failed you. It simply means real life happened exactly as it always does. A good system was never meant to stop life completely, only to help your home recover much faster afterward completely. You do not need to apply all 9 habits inside your home starting tonight, right this very second, every time. Trying absolutely everything at once only creates another overwhelming project that demands energy you simply do not have right now. Tonight, choose just one clear boundary, one solid ending point, and one 60-second habit worth genuinely starting immediately. Stop one specific thing from spreading, move one object closer, and connect one small reset to something you already do. You are not lazy, and you are never truly broken, only quietly working inside a system that was built wrong. You do not need a perfect home, you simply need one that finally supports the real life happening inside it.